In this series, I'm going to try to get 2 achievements. The first achievement is to house 1,000 prisoners. And the second achievement is to get a cash flow of 50,000. And what I also am going to do, so these people are pissed off. Because, first of all, it is not warm in the prison, so we're going to have to do some utilities. We're going to put down first the lights. After we put down the lights, we're going to pull some cables. And then we're going to put down some pipes. While the pipes are being built, we're also going to put down some boilers, so it's warm in the prison and our staff does not get pissed off. Now that the utilities have been built, we're going to put down our guard towers. Okay, and our guard towers have also been built. So now, lastly, what we can do, we are not making a lot of money. That is a thing. But we need some extra snipers, because I don't think 15 is enough. So we are really almost even. And that's also because a lot of prisoners died, a lot of riots and stuff broke out while this was being built. That's also a reason why the cash flow is really low. So when we take in new prisoners, this should be a-okay again. But before we do any of that, what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the whole prison and pick out all of the deadly people and the gang members. And we're going to put them all in Supermax. So that is the next thing that I'm going to do. Also the legendary ones. Put as many as I can find into Supermax. So now we got 51 Supermax prisoners. So this place is chock full of people. And we're just going to check it out. See how it works. If it's working. So now they're in lockup. We're going to wait until they get to eat. There we go. So all of the doors open. They go eat. And if we take a look here, all of these things are not really supplied yet. So I think we're going to need like a few more cooks. And maybe even add like... Ooh. Didn't we put cooks here? I only deployed the cooks during one of the deployment time blocks. So now that's fixed. I also fixed it throughout the prison a little bit. For example, these doctors were also not deployed correctly all the time. So now... let's get rid of this wall. So now we're going to take a look. So they're all eating. These guys are all in the panic room except for these guys. Why are you still patrolling over here? You should not be patrolling. You should be gone. You should be gone. You should not be here. Okay. Whatever. Okay, they were still there. Okay, so it's a little bit weird. But now that lunchtime is over, they should all go back to their deployment types. But they do a switch actually. So that's fine. Conceptually, it works. It is a little bit weird. It works a little bit janky. But that's fine. So this is good enough for me. And what we can do is we can take in prisoners again. So the next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to separate out these max security prisoners. We're going to build a new section. I think I'm going to do that first. So first, make a new section for max security. And then we're going to build workplaces for these guys. And then lastly, we will also make a minimum security area. One thing still that I have to do is I have to change the policy. So these guys have 0 privileges. They don't get to do anything. But what we also want is we want to punish them for nothing. Because if these guys get punished, they will stay in their cells. So they will go into lockdown. Are any of them in lockdown? No. So they will stay in their cells. And when they stay in their cells, they can't go out to get food. And when they can't go out to get food, one of my guards have to walk in. They have to bring them food. And then they have to go back again. And I don't want that. I want them to just go to their cells, get food, go back. Never I want them to interact with one of my guards. So you can do whatever the hell you want in here. You don't get punished. You're locked down all the time anyway. So these guys. So for example, this guy is in lockdown. So we will follow him a little bit. We also get a whole batch of new prisoners. So we have to take a look here. Informants. So we see that some gang members arrive, for example. And these guys immediately go to Supermax. Again, one more gang member in here is going to Supermax. Deadly person in here is going to Supermax. And as you might see, a lot of people also come through that are ex-prison guards or ex-law enforcement. And these guys also need a separate section, so they go into protected custody. So that's also something that we have to do still. So it is a shame that we don't have anything to automatically sort them to the correct security level. There is a mod for it, but you know, I have to install it first. I don't have it. And I don't know if it's going to work with this save file either. So I might experiment a little bit. I might check out the mod. There we go. We get a whole batch of new prisoners. Our cash flow goes up again. This is going well. So this is our new Supermax area. It is doing its thing. We are still not at capacity. We're still far from being at capacity. So that's good. And yeah, so it's going like a lot better. So the danger level has also gone down quite a bit. If you still take a look at this prisoner, Paul, he will stay in his cell. And because he stays in his cell, a guard has to go to the serving table and he has to get him food, as you might see. So this happens for all of these prisoners that are staying in the cell. And that's the reason why we're not going to punish these people anymore. They just you can do whatever the hell you want. You're just going to have to get your own food. That's basically it. So I'm really happy with it. It turned out really well. So I'm really surprised that I actually managed to pull this off. So it looks pretty cool, man. It looks really scary. They're contained. And these guys should also be safe right now. So there should be no gang members and deadly people around. And also look at this. So this was a hub for gang members. But now there are no gang members anymore, man. They're all, let's see, these guys should also be moved over in a while. So they're all over here. Okay, so turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, until next time.